Tell you one thing. Somebody heard it, please bear with me again. Okay. About 7 years ago, 7 years ago, when I was in the Hong Kong University, and just finished one of the sessions. And then Professor Lee, Professor Young's, we go down to the canteen of Hong Kong University for our lunch. And because it's the Faculty of Medicine, so there's all the doctors in the canteen, and they introduced me to another professor. And so we sit together and we just have dinner, have lunch and things like that. So obviously it just occurred to see that we start saying hello to each other. Okay. Now I've seen it many, many times. Now that professor is a very well-known surgery, a surgeon doctor. And then when the people introduced me to him, and they said, hey, Professor Leung, and they were just talking about, he said, oh, what branches of medicine you specialize in? And, where do you, get your qualification? Of course he'll ask. And so we're just talking. So I said, oh yeah, I'm a vice chairman of research units, and also in the Beijing University and Sichuan University, and, Shandong University, graduated in Taoist medicine, this and that. And you can see his face. He said, Taoist medicine. Ah, okay. So you can see this face, and usually what you will get as well. People say, "Who the hell is that?" Right? Taoist medicine. But I'm used to it. Let's go to, a holiday in Africa. Now, have you heard about Doctors with No Border? Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. Now, my son and my daughter-in-law, they're all Western doctors, and they've been there, right, in Africa. At least, I said, get out there, learn something more. You have this clinical case study. You have to put your hands out. Okay? So, and I said to him, I said, look, we go out there even just to do safari, tourist villages. And now we go to we start helping the people, okay? And he looked at me like that. He said, yeah, that's good. I said, okay. So now the thing is, I said to him, now you go to these places, there's no hospital, there's no surgery, there's no medications. I said, hey, Professor, you do your thing. Do you think he can do anything without his tools, without his speciality? Nothing is there. Nothing. Not even aspirin. Huh? I'm sure he cannot. They look at me like that. I said, let me do it. Then I'll go into it and I'll go, some, and I can do something. Now, this is what the difference between internal Taoist medicine. Do you understand that? We're triggering the patient's body self-healing ability, psychologically and physiologically, with what? With our own electromagnetic field, with our own low frequency infrared heat. That obviously is this very simple term, but there's a lot of things behind it. Now that is our speciality. And I call it the people's medicine. Why? Because you know how expensive these days medicines are. Huh? A lot of people couldn't afford it. Well, why? You got all the medicine inside your body. The only problem is, do you know how to trigger them? If you know how to trigger them, it's free of charge. All right? Is it not the people's medicine? And you go putting your hands out and helping other people, and it's also free medicine for them. And then you teach them. Of course, you have to, you get some money. Not if people don't have money. Like now, I've been practicing for 38 years on this. I'm telling you, especially drugs, I'm 85% successful rate in drug detoxifications. But whatever it is, it's not important. The important thing is I want you to make sure that understand what are you doing, right? And it takes time. Everybody can do it. Okay, yeah? So this is why it's very, very important. I want to tell you, to give you the direction, because so many people are asking about it. And I said, fine, I'll give a little talk, because It's a very fascinating topic. The human mind and body is such a powerful machine, you know, and we're all into it as a research fellows, because at the end of the day, I also call it not only just the people's medicine, I call it another new chapter of human evolution, because at the end of the day, right, yeah, the energy inside touched the DNA. Now, if we can manipulating that, God knows what the next species coming out. So I won't be there to see it happen, but I like that 8 Research will carry on doing this kind of research, bringing out the full potentials of human mind and body. Because like for new people, if you look at my lecture about animal instincts, we should be able to see in the dark. We should be hearing things like the deer. We should be as powerful as, you know, the gorilla. We were animals. Animals don't use medications, right? Their own body heal itself, self-healing. What happened to our own self-healing ability? What happened to all these inborn things? It's there, it's locked into your DNA. That's what the strength of DNA is. The strength of DNA is your subconsciousness. What can go into subconsciousness? You're correct. Energy. The strength of DNA is your. Are we not talking about energy work now? So I'm telling you that it's very, very interesting, because, you know, a lot of my patients, like even stage 4 cancer and also drugs, okay, they give you some, you know, ideas. The body has already in there. And I got loads of successful case study, and also cancers, stage 4 lymphomatous case for lymphoma. Now you are coming into this group. So I hope that you have a bigger mind, a bigger mindset. Don't look at the tip of your nose. It will take time. Because at the end of the day now, I'm asking you just to do 2 hours in a week. 2 hours in a week. And people still moan. So I can't help you anymore. Okay, yeah. So the way I want you to look at it is, please, if you're ill, let your body heal itself first. How long it takes, I don't know. Everybody's different. Secondly, regeneration of the cell, you still need time. Some people with, you know, the cell grow, the energy bubbling up faster. Some people energy bubbling slower. I don't know. It's your body. It's your mind and body, isn't it? So I thought I'd better make myself clearer, right? Yeah. If you don't have the time, well, I can't help you, because this is a medicine study. Now, 2 hours in a week, and you don't not prepare to spend 2 hours in a week to learn. Well, then you go to the spirit side. Harry Potter's there, right? You can jump into a platform 9 3/4, isn't it? King's Cross. You can catch a train. Yeah. Okay, so, you know, we got new people coming in this year, so I thought, oh, well, I'll want to try to talk a little bit on it. Okay, yeah. Okay, now what I'll do now is I'm going to show you what we're going to train. So give you a little bit more on our curriculum. Hang on. Talking about training, this is what you will come across. No, okay. So all our movements are coming out from this 2,300 years old. Of course, they've been reconstructed, okay, yeah, from a Han Dynasty tomb. And through written records, it dating back 4,000 years. We got research material dating back 4,000 years in China. Okay, yeah. So I've been studying this picture. I've been looking at this picture for the last 38 years. That's where all your movement comes from. Okay, so because people will call this style and that style, and that's fine. This is Tao Yin 2, right? Tao Yin Su. What it means is manipulating and inducing, the art of manipulations and inductions or inducing. But The question is, what are we manipulating and what are we inducing? So to answer your question is we're using learning this methodology, exercises, how to manipulate our muscular skeletal energy, then trigger your neurological energy to deliver the messages through your central. There's a peripheral neurological system to your central nervous system, and then to your brain. That's the boss. Yeah, and the boss will then release your natural body medicine. That is Neidan, natural body medicine, and that's biochemical. Okay, so we have 4,000 years of record there. Okay, so I can only share with what I've got. Okay, yeah. So this is what you're going to study. So in case people say that, what is exercise we're doing? Okay, yeah. Where did it come from? Now, I'm not that smart. I don't make things up. Yeah, because it gets so many people, founder of this style, founder of that style, founder of this style. I'm very stupid. I can only study. And for the last 60 years, right, especially 38 years, I've been studying on this. Okay, yeah. Of course, there are Chinese character going with it. Okay, yeah. So, for example, like this. This is your opening gong. It has been repeated a few times. Okay, yeah. And why are we doing this? So this is where your exercise come from 4,000 years old knowledge. Now, so, okay, what I did was I reset all this, and with all the 4,000 years of Chinese character, and turned in, these are all classical teaching. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? What are we doing that? So all this, these are the 8 essences of the 13 essences. And obviously you have to know it, because if I, you can look at it just on the, like a drawings. Okay, yeah? So this is Tao Yin Su, which is manipulating, remember, manipulating of your musculoskeletal systems, triggering your neurological, which is electric, right? And then inducing your natural body medicine, isn't it? Okay, yeah? So this is what we're doing. Now, another 4,000 years old is this piece J. Now, this piece of J is only about 3,000 years old, okay? But again, written record can be, shall we say, have been found in the, kept in the, or the museum is 4,000 years old, 4,000 years old of this. And what is character stand for? Now, this is, we call it Qi. Everybody call Qi. Do you know this is the Qi? This is exactly what a Qi, that 4,000 years ago, right? Ancients were talking about this. Now, this line, see this line? These are energy flow. The ancient Chinese were using that as an energy float. And this lines, fire. Fire. That's your life force. Right, there's 45 characters, and there are 3 levels of breathing skill. Breathing skill. So that's why it's so important. Now, today you call it oxygen therapy. Now, it's very expensive, oxygen therapy, for those who you don't know. Okay, yeah? But for those you don't know, so let me enlighten you a bit, is Michael Jackson. Remember Michael Jackson? They bought his oxygen bed. You know how much is his oxygen bed? $1 million US. Have you got $1 million US to spare? Yeah. But to us, it's free. Oxygens are free. Okay, what's the machine? What's the pump? Your own lung. Right, like COVID-19, we all go into hospital, right, using the ventilator. You have your own ventilator with you. Why don't you use that? True? Yeah? It's 4,000 years old of knowledge. So I'll be teaching that as well. Okay, yeah? So that's why I want to put, you guys on a good head start. All right, yeah?